Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. We, the people, make America great, not government. Before I share with you, let me share the experience I had this morning. This morning I was at the doctor's office being treated for some of this heart condition that I have as a result of the kinds of food that have been fed to we the people during my lifetime. And I found myself, after exposing myself and exerting myself and exercising my hands and mouth to enjoy this wonderful food, I never knew it was designed to take me out. But as I was preparing to leave, I asked the lady who had scheduled me for a CAT scan of my heart to see if a stent is required, who would she prefer to see in the White House, Donald Trump or God? Her answer was God. As I was leaving the building, I saw the receptionist there. She was let me be fair to mention that the first lady I asked was a white lady. And as I was leaving the building, I saw a beautiful, young Asian lady. And so I proceeded to ask her the same question. And she joyously said, well, I really don't know. Not into politics, so I don't worry about things like that. So you got two ideas of people and where they're thinking about one another is at. I didn't ask a black person. I was looking around for a black person, but unfortunately I did not see one. Nevertheless, I'm sure you know what the statement would be had it come from a black person. Now let me continue with the message that I have for you today. We the people make America great, not government. And I'd like to ask you, all of you who are in my voice range, would you like for evil? Would you like for hatred? Would you like for crime and violence? Would you like for terrorism and war? Would you like for these negatives to end? Would you like for poverty to end as well? If you do, you the people must change things. You must give the earth back to God who created it. And to do that, you must give it to the people for whom it was created. If the people are to receive from the earth that which is necessary for human survival, then each human must have a career of each one's choosing. In other words, the people will work continuously as they do today, but in a career they choose, for love's sake. Everything that is made is in partnership with one another, and this makes everyone eligible for everything that is made. This approach denies the need for money in order to work, for love of the job does that. Also, you don't need money to buy what is yours. This also eliminates the need for lying, for cheating, for stealing, for killing. Further, this eliminates the need for a boss, a master, a slave. So there is no need for hatred. There is no need for evil. There is no need for division. This allows all people to live peaceful, prosperous, and joyous. However, the choice remains yours. I have asked you if you are dissatisfied with crime and violence. I've asked you if you were dissatisfied with terrorism and war, with evil and hatred, and I'm sure every last one of you would say yes. But you would also ask, What do you do about it? And I say to you that you must change things. And what kind of things you'd say must be changed? I say it would be wise in the beginning to recognize who is the author of all things good. And that would be the creator of. That is a spirit that is unseen, untouched, and unfelt, but the evidence thereof is undeniable. Now, what was created? The earth. The earth was created for every living thing that's on it. And it has all the essential requirements necessary for survival of all those living things, not just people, but ants, or should I say insects, all the reptiles and everything that is on this earth. Whatever is needed to keep them alive is here. But those have their systems worked out. But we, the people, how about our system? If it belongs to God and we must give it back to God, then we must give it to the people who here in their bodily form represents God. And if the people are to receive from it what is required for them, they must, my friends, have a career of their own choosing. I say a career of their own choosing because this is something that they can do without pay. And as they do it, they will create all of the goods and services, what I have identified as food and clothing, as shelter and education and health care. And by exercising that, there will be an abundance of things necessary to meet the needs of all people. And what is yours that you have created in partnership, you don't have to buy. You just access it. And with this approach, you won't need money. And so there will be no Bill Gates and Donald Trumps and anybody that calls themselves super rich by billions of dollars who seems to be the ones that have profit from all the suffering of the people. There will be no need for lying. There will be no need for stealing and cheating and killing. And all of these things, this freedom that comes to you by the way you've chosen to act, eliminates the need for a boss. It eliminates the need for a master. It eliminates the need for a slave. And, my friends, as such, there is no hatred. There is no evil. There is no division. And when these things exist, there is room for peace. There is room for prosperity. And there is joy in the lives of people. Once again, this is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. I used to want to ask you to help me bring this into fruition. But as I talked to the white lady today who said she'd choose to see Trump, as I talked to the alien who said she'd like to stay out of these things, she's not interested in politics. And while I'm not talking to brothers, black people, because I know black people will choose God, and yet they expect God to come down and do the things for them. And everything that they do on their own to further their cause, it's for them and not all the people. And when you're not working for all the people, there is no difference in you, in any of the other people. You're all the same, instruments of division. So I hope that you will take into heart what I have spoken to you this day, and let it be the guidance of your life. I'm not asking you to follow me, because I'm following no one but the Spirit of God, and I'm asking you, if you will, to follow the Spirit of God, and everything will be all right. Bye-bye.